What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the UTEP Miners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Panthers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. From the gun, the running back has it. Just ran over it. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low but down, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Guys, let's talk for just a minute about UTEP. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Quick strike complete. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
It's complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
And the Miners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. Looking to throw for it. Finds the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains. Just
there he goes. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Miner. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to the back. That ball is live in the backfield. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
He leaves it with his back. He has the first and still on his feet. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Line getting set on second down. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on second down. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're working that left side. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Quickly out to the tight end.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Miners can really attack on this second and short. The running back has it. Turning it on! He now has 53 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. And the Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The Miners have it in scoring position on first and goal.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. designed run for the quarterback. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score. Sneaks it into the end zone.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
The Panthers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Running game got it done on the last play, and now it's first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The pitch. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. He's now up to 71 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers! It's a much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. It's complete to the left. At midfield, he's got room. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there.
Touchdown, UTEP! Nice catch and Good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. By his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Gonna let it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Georgia State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Kickoff! What a play to set him up! Going the other way, and he's got room.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up.
Max going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Leads it with the back. Fights off a defender. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Zings it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Miners really this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man quickly. And he's still running after the move. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pressure coming. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Panthers want to move quickly. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Miners. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. To the air on first down. Wide open downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Miners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, UTEP. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And free safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football? Taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice game. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12. That completion.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. Touchdown, Georgia State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. From the gun, looking for a man. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Oh, they're after him. Snatches it on the right. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UTEP.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Wants to adjust the pattern. He'll start this drive firing. Got his man on the outside. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
And that's a big shot, that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's busted. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working that left side now. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Finds a man in the middle. Touchdown, Panthers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's wrestled to the ground. Give him 88 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. And the Miners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They'll try the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Buys a little time. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's late. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll go to the ground. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
The Miners getting set on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Down the boulevard, and they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 5 over Florida Atlantic. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here.
Loads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are.
Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Touchdown, Georgia State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. 2nd down coming up. To the wideout. Got him downfield.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Miner! Once he got some room, it was over.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Tight end now in motion. Going right to work up top. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I got to give this defense a lot of credit. They were very confident coming into this one, even though they were going up against one of the best quarterbacks in the entire country. They're confident because they believe in their ability to get to him, and they've been able to do that in this game. There's another sack here later.
The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The play-action fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today.
Fires one high and deep. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So this defense just shot itself in the foot, and now they'll have to try to stand up again after just handing the offensive first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Finds a seam. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Panthers. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They keep it on the ground, clock is their friend. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. A delay of game penalty like that just riles up the defense even more. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And he missed it. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
He wants a big play here late. Got it inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Wants to throw for it on third and goal. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on fourth and goal. From the gun. Let's it fly. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. They'll go to the air. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.